think it's a lot of fun.
What's been your favorite bit so far, Agnes?
Yeah, I think the costume contest. I think it's great to see all the lovely costumes. I'm really enjoying that.
And it's kind of cool because the costume contest is kind of a legacy part of MineCon. You know, it's always been a highlight for me, so I think it's really cool we can keep that going even with the new format, you know?
Yes.
What about you, Jens? What's your favorite bit so far?
Well, for me, the best part is that we finally can reveal Minecraft dungeons. So I'm really looking forward to what people will think about it. And I already checked a little bit of the comments, and people seem excited and curious, to say the least. And we have a screenshot, actually, that we can show.
Awesome. Let's have a look.
So this is an environment in the game that you can see, kind of expect. So this is a screenshot from the actual game. And you will fight your way through in kind of like a dungeon crawler genre.
So it's kind of like a top-down dungeon crawler. So you're traveling around various environments, hacking up mobs.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the hack and slashing.
Very cool. And I guess you'll travel to different kind of biomes and stuff. It's not all set in actual dungeons. There.
Yeah, no, there's a bunch of different areas and environments, and a lot of new bosses and really cool stuff. So
that sounds awesome. I can't wait for us to share more information on that. So yeah, coming soon. Okay, so let's talk a bit more about the core game, about Minecraft itself. Now, you guys have obviously been working really hard on our next major update, and I'm sure people will be extremely excited to hear what we've been working on. So what's the deal?
Yes, so we always try to find like what's a good theme to update next, and this is something that haven't been really improved a lot since its original implementation almost 7 years ago, actually more than 7 years ago. So the theme this time is going to be village and pillage.
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's been almost like 7 years since you've done a dramatic change to the villages, I think, when I checked the Wikipedia recently. So it's pretty amazing we're finally doing that.
Yes.
Agnes, tell me a bit about what we're actually doing with the villages. How are we improving them?
I mean, we have done a lot of things, but one thing is that we're updating the architecture for all villages.
Cool. So the villages themselves will have different looks depending on the biome. That's right.
Yes, that's right. And I think
yeah, we have a video to show off some of how that might look. That's absolutely awesome. So we can see the actual architecture of the villages is influenced by the area it's in, and the materials maybe, yeah.
Yes. So all the architecture is adapted to the biome the village is in. So we try to only use material from that village, and we try to adapt to the climate. So you saw in the desert, the roofs are flat because it never rains in Minecraft deserts. It makes a lot of sense, but for the plains, it's a bit steep roofs, for example.
Very cool, and we can share more on that soon as well. That's awesome. We've also been looking into the inhabitants of those villages themselves, right?
Yes, and they will get new fancy skins.
Okay, let's take a look at those. That's we could have updated the sounds of the villages as well.
Oh, the sounds are amazing.
But that's awesome. Tell me a little bit about how that works.
Oh yeah, so the skins are biome dependent, and they also get unique details depending on the profession. So yeah, there will be lots of different variations. And we also do other things to villagers and the village mechanics. For example, we want the villagers to be more intelligent. So we will have like a schedule, going to the work, going to a meeting point and stuff like that. And we are updating the trading as well.
I mean, that sounds amazing. So basically, everything about the villages is going to have more life, feel more unique,
Yes.
and kind of more consistent from the villagers themselves to where they live and how they interact with the player. So
Yes.
that's awesome. Okay, so we've talked a lot about the villages. We've talked about these cool, nice features. But Jens, you said it was called the Village and Pillage update.
Yeah, exactly. And I should mention that one of our principles is that it's up for the player to build the world. So even though the villagers will be more kind of intelligent and have more of their purpose regarding their profession, it's up to the player to make sure they have a good village to live in. And there's more reason for this now, because in addition to improving the villagers, we are also introducing raids. So it gets a little bit complicated, but we have villages, villagers, illagers, and now we're introducing the pillager.
Okay, cool. And we can take a quick look at what those guys get up to. Let's check it out. That looks great.
Yes, so as you can see, the pillagers are wreaking havoc together with this new monster. And this thing is currently, we refer to it as the illager beast. It will join the raids and is really, really tough. So it's quite a challenge to take down.
It seemed to be smashing its way through the whole place there.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And so these raids will attack villages and you will have to defend against them. And I also want to say, like, the illager beast, if you have a name suggestion, I'm all ears. But we kind of grown fond of just calling it the beast.
So do we know kind of why these pillagers are kind of doing what they're doing, or is that not quite decided yet?
It's one of the Minecraft mysteries.
Okay, I understand. I also noticed, the eagle eye in the viewers might have noticed, that they were wielding something that looked kind of powerful as well. What was that in their hands?
It was a crossbow.
Crossbows? Mm-hmm. So tell me a little bit about the crossbow. Is that replacing the bow, or?
No. They are kind of well balanced. So the crossbow is really powerful. It deals more damage, and the arrows goes further, but it takes longer to load. And
Okay.
it also
Yeah.
comes with new enchantments. Just want to say that because it's cool.
Great, I think we can check that out as well. Show us the video of the crossbow. Very cool. And the crossbow, is that going to be similar to the trident, where you have to kind of discover it in the world? Or?
No, you can craft it.
Cool, so that's a crafted item.
Yes.
And say the kind of multi-shot thing there, that's how the enchantments work with the
Yeah,
crossbow.
that's one of the enchantments, and we have fast load, and there are also another one.
More to come. Okay,
More
no
to
problem.
come, yes.
Yeah. Cool. So, I mean, this stuff all sounds absolutely amazing. Can you divulge when players are going to get these features?
So the Village and Pillage update will officially come out early next year, but we are in the Java snapshots. You will be able to try out some things in the experimental phase, but we'll also release some features before the holidays.
Okay, some of those features or some?
No, so first of all, we're gonna introduce cats as their own mob instead of being ocelots.
Yes, so we thought that ocelots and cats are amazing, so they deserve to be their own mobs. And we have done lots of updates